Hey out there, happy Friday. My name's Beth. Coming to you here from the Spank at Elmhurst page. And today I've got a little method timer for you. So typically it's 1 minute higher intensity, 1 minute lower intensity, only about 30 seconds of recovery. I give myself a little more time to explain the exercises on there for you. But so, little method timer. The thing that really does make Little Method so tough is that it is that constant movement with only a very short recovery in between. So remember, when we're going for the really hard exercises, we're going for it. Like for instance, and then we're going to be doing a step out squat, right? So we're going to get really into it. But then for our lower intensity, we are going to do a walking push-up. So because we want to be lower intensity, that one I would actually recommend you drop to your knees, right? If you're feeling it, you want to really go through, you want to push yourself, that's awesome. Remember that we've only got 30 to 40 seconds of rest in between sets, and we go right into the next exercise. We have 5 sets that we'll do twice, and then I'll do just one extra set at the end. All right, so weights if you've got them. We're going to be working a lot of big muscle groups. There's a couple where you might need a lighter weight, or just grab something weighted, water bottle, whatever it would be. All right, how we doing out there? Hey Jenny, hey Laurel, good to see you guys. All right, again, it'll be Little Method timer. If you want to listen to a playlist that I created, it's in the link below. Feel free to use it. Otherwise, just crank on or put on any tunes that you would like. So as we're going through today, and it is just about that time to start. So actually, you know what? Just go ahead and give yourself a little shoulder roll, start bouncing it out a little bit, wiggle the toes in the shoes, wiggle the fingers. Guys, remember, what you're gonna accomplish here has as much to do with mindset as your physical ability, right? You make that decision right now if you are or if you aren't, right? Okay, so remember, whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're right. That's how important that mindset is. All right, guys, so I'm going to get my own little music going here, and we're going to do a 5-minute warm-up. All right, I want you to start with just a little cross-country here. All right, or a little, a steer, basically a little shuffle jump here. Now, if you're thinking, Beth, no way, I am not jumping, right here. All right, but what I want you to think about is keeping the shoulders back, chest lifted. Start getting some movement through those legs. We're moving those arms as well. We want to get that heart rate up, get that body temperature up. All right. So just give me about 8 more seconds here. When I count you down, we go into Frankenstein's opposite arm, opposite leg. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So that's how I'll do a lot of this. I will demo an exercise before we get there. So wait for my countdown to switch, all right? And here, guys, don't worry so much about whether you're actually touching that foot or not. What I want you thinking about here is keeping the legs nice and straight, flexing the foot, feeling that hamstring, yes? All right, you're going to get some rotation through that spine. Looks good. We're just going to take it into arm circles next. Looks like this, arm circles forward. In 3, 2, 1, arm circles here. Whew. Now, guys, maybe I want you to think about how it feels to the shoulders. Maybe you're going to go slower and really think about that reach. Maybe you're going to go a little faster. We're just going to switch directions in 3, 2, 1. If you were going forward with me, let's take it back. If you were going back, take it forward. Whew. All right, guys. We're going to take us and keep doing this. We're going to do just a little side shuffle, one way and the other way. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Shuffle and shuffle. So here, it's all about that lateral movement. Now, I'm keeping it pretty small. I'm trying to keep on screen here. But if you've got a little room, take it. All right? I want you to think about, if you can, if you're ready, if you're warm enough, get a little lower with it. All right? Shoulders back. Chest lifted. Keep going. Next, we're going to do a standing cat-cow. No inchworm yet. In 3, 2, 1, hands to the thighs. Button the back down. Pull the belly button to the spine, round it up. I'm going to give you a good 20, 30 seconds here to go through this one. Should feel really good, earlier in the morning here. Remember, flatten down, pull the belly button to the spine, round it up. Just keep that going, a few more rounds. That should feel good. And then we're going to basically do a version of those again. All right, instead of a cross country, we're going to do a cross jack with the feet and the arms. All right, looks like this in 3, 2, 1. Join me right here. So I'm crossing, or alternating, where I'm crossing one arm on top of the other, one leg in front of the other. That doesn't work for you? You just want to do a step out jack? Feel free. This is your warm up. Get that body warm. All right, you want that heart rate to start coming up a little bit here so that you're ready when we get into those big exercises. All right, guys, keep going with that cross jack. Next, we're just going to do a hamstring curl. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, if you want to go old school and just think about squeezing those shoulders back. Now, when I do that hamstring curl, I'm flexing the foot, trying to kick my own butt, right? And when you get a little lower into it, you're going to get some more leg activation, right? You should feel that stretch through the quads here. Just give me a few more seconds. And instead of the arm circles, we're going to do some arm swings, front and back. In 3, 2, 1, just right here. Open and close. Open and close. Maybe slow it down, really open up. Stretch the chest, close it, stretch the back. Play with that speed a little bit. Just a few more times. And we're going to go back to that side shuffle. But if you can touch the ground with this one, stay low enough where you can tap, I want you to try. 3, 2, 1, join me. Down and down. Now maybe you can't hit the ground, and that's okay. But guys, make sure anytime you touch the ground, you are not dropping the head below the heart. You want to keep the eyes and chest up. If you can't quite hit the ground, that's okay. Keep it going. Side to side. You've got about 15 more seconds here, and then we're going to finish it up with an inchworm. If you don't like the inchworm, just do that standing cat-cow stretch. All right, guys. In 3, 2, 1, I'm going to come the hands all the way down to the ground. Walk it out to a plank. Take a nice deep breath. Walk the hands in and round it up. Keep that going, guys. I'm going to have you do that for about 30 seconds here. Keep it going. Should be able to get in about 2 more. Always make sure when you find that plank, it's a strong, stable plank, right? You're gazing in front of the fingertips, nice long neck, core is engaged, glutes are engaged. All right, guys, just finish that one up. Come on up and give yourself a little boxer shuffle as I tell you about our first 2 exercises. So those first 2 exercises, we're just going to use one weight, all right? Unless you don't like this and you want to modify, or if you want to take it for 2 weights, okay? We're going to do a squat to a rainbow press. So we squat down, we come up over and switch and bring it down. All right. Now, if you are not comfortable with that switch overhead, you can just do a press on one side. I'll tell you when we're at 30 seconds and do the press on the other. All right? Then we go right into that lower intensity move. It is a back row, a bent over row, but we're using one weight and alternate. So we're going to come forward, hips and shoulders square, drive the elbow up, switch. Now you've got to fight to keep those hips and shoulders square. Move with a little purpose here. Maybe you need to go heavier or lighter from the first weight. See what works for you, but make sure you're keeping that back neutral, hips and shoulders square. Yeah? All right, that's our first round. You'll get 35 seconds of recovery, and then we'll go into another version of a squat. All right, guys. I see ya. I know you're ready to go. All right, we are starting that rainbow squat in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now, I tend to take my feet a little wider when I'm pressing overhead. Just for anybody who doesn't know, I have a super low basement ceiling. So, and I'm 5'8", so if I stand with my feet a little more narrow, I hit the ceiling. All right, so don't feel like you have to stand as wide as me. We're going to do wider squats later. Hip to shoulder width would be good here. Now, really focus on hips and shoulders square as you come down into it. Because we're alternating which side is taking the weight. Your body has to adjust each and every squat to make sure that you are keeping your body stable, right? Keep it going, guys. You have 7 seconds to go. We're going to go into that single arm row, alternating. In 3, 2, 1. Now remember, back exercise, not an arm exercise. Squeeze the shoulder blade, back and down. Drive the elbow towards the ceiling. Now, a lot of times, we want to open it up. We want to do this. Guys, I want you to think of this as anti-rotation. You're focusing on keeping that core tight. Squeeze up, control down. Squeeze up, control down. Really get this movement down. You will do it again. We're going to repeat all these rounds twice, so you'll get another chance. So start asking yourself, do you need to go a little heavier next time, a little lighter next time? How's it working for you? Keep it going. Keep the belly button to the spine, and as you're hinged over, think about pulling those ribs in towards each other. All right, it helps protect that lower back. That recovery is coming. Remember, keep your eyes on me for what's coming next. 3, 2, 1, rest. I'm going to grab the other weight. You don't have to do anything but hold the weights. We're going to step out, squat, together, other side. I want you to take in a wide squat on each side, okay? Full minute, alternating. Then we come down to the ground, and we're going to do push-ups. Now, you can choose to do them on your toes, on your knees. This is lower intensity. Knees is fine. I want you to step out wide, push up, step out wide to the other side, push up. Yeah? Got it? All right, guys, get ready. Step out wide, squat. 3, 2, 1. Stepping down and up. Now, you can step, drop, up, together if you need to really find those points, okay? A lot of times, if we go too fast, and now there's nothing wrong with guys with just coming out here and out here. But here's what I don't want it to look like. I don't want it to look like this. All right? That's not a good side lunge anyway, and then we're not going for a side lunge right here. What we're going for is a wide squat. So you are claiming your space with the heels, squatting down, press through the heels, come back, other side. Claim your space. Squat, press up. Keep it going, guys. You got 15 seconds to go. All you're going to do is put those weights down. You got 10 more seconds. Keep it going. You're going to find those push-ups. On the knees, on the toes. Up to you. 3, 2, 1. Put the weights down. Here we go. Step it out. 1 push-up. Step it together. Other side. Push up. Now, knees or toes. Again, it doesn't matter as long as you're keeping that form strong. Nice long line through the crown of the head. Don't be looking at your belly. Don't be looking at your knees. Keep the core engaged. Now guys, elbows on those push-ups. They're pointing kind of to the corners behind you. Neck is nice and long. Avoid this, all right? Avoid shoulders up to the ears. Guys, how do you drop your chest to that invisible line between the thumbs? You're in a plank, all you do is bend your elbows. That's all you're doing. And then you're pressing the ground away to straighten. Think about that. Strong plank, bend the elbows to drop the chest to the thumbs, and press back up. All right, guys, that recovery is coming. You got about 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. You get to lay down for this one. We've got a chest press. All right, so if you want to make it a little tougher, you can do it in bridge, meaning you keep the hips up, press, and pull. All right, slow and controlled. After a full minute, you can keep both weights. Chances are you'll have to put one down, and we'll do a tricep lying extension. All right, now, you're doing one weight. You can hold it this way, but elbows are narrow. You think about working through the triceps. All right, guys, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Chest press. Now, I've got 10 pounds here, and honestly, I probably should have more here. All right, it's just what I had.
Next round, if I remember, I'm going to go and get something a little heavier. All right, I'm going to press up, I'm going to pull down. Now, you're really pressing into those heels, guys, if you're doing the bridge, keeping the glutes engaged. I don't want you hanging out in the middle. You're either down or you're up. Or you can come up and squeeze with each and every chest press. All right, those are your options, but please don't just hang out in the middle. You press up, you can control down, or keep the glutes up as you find that range of motion. Squeeze through the chest, guys. Imagine I'm standing right above you. I'm holding on to those weights. You've got to pull them away on the way down. We got 3 seconds to go. We're going to switch to that tricep extension. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right here. This is what I want you to do. You've got that tricep lying extension. Now lower back is into that ground. All right? When you come up to the top, elbows and wrists are right over the shoulders. Shoulders are not moving, guys. No movement in the shoulders. It's a movement in the elbows. Keep the core engaged. Make sure that lower back is not coming away from the ground here. Now, a minute is a long time to be doing these. I was feeling pretty good about it. I still got 20 seconds to go, and oh, my triceps are like, okay, this is a lot. Whew. Now, guys, that's the beauty, having the full minute to work your way through. Keep it going, guys. You still have 10 seconds. Don't worry, we're going to stand up for the next ones. We've got 3, 2, 1, rest. Well, the first one, and then we're going to come down to the ground again. We've got an alternating curtsy to lunge. You can hold one weight, you can hold 2 weights, but what I want you to do is curtsy, squat, curtsy, squat. Always make sure you're grounding your weight into that standing foot. Now then for the lower intensity, guys, we're going to come into a plank, and we're just going to shift plank to downward dog. Really use that core. If you can, reach the opposite hand towards the outside of the opposite ankle. All right, that's our low intensity move. Do what works for you. Let's do that curtsy. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Curtsy back, squat. Now, the reason I like the squat in the middle, you can really think about pressing into those heels, right? Keep the front heel grounded as you drop the back knee down. Eyes and chest are up. Now remember, you can wiggle the toes in that front shoe. This is a lunge. It's the same as any other lunge as far as mechanics. Dropping the back knee down, pressing off through the front heel. You want to make sure most of that weight is in that front heel to make sure the knee isn't going all over the place, right? You want that knee right over the ankle. It looks good, guys. You have 12 seconds to go here. The lower you stay, the harder it's going to be. The heavier weight you hold, the harder it's going to be. So think about that for the next time we do this. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Find your plank. Spread the fingertips nice and wide, belly button to the spine. Downward dog to plank. Slow and controlled. Now if you can, reach your hand to the outside ankle. Really focus on that core stability here. Initiate. Belly button to the spine. Bring the hips up. This is all about control. You should be able to get the heart rate down a little bit here. Nice, deep breaths. It doesn't mean it's easy, right? There's nothing easy about this, especially if you are working to the best of your ability. If you think it's easy, get that tailbone a little higher. Reach a little further towards the outside of that ankle. When you come into that plank, press the ground away a little more. Squeeze the glutes a little more. Engage the core a little more. Make it work for you. You have 3, 2, 1, rest. Now this is probably the highest intensity, high intensity move. Remember we did that shuffle? I want you to get low. Shuffle, thruster, or burpee. I'd say burpee, but I'm afraid I'm going to hit the ceiling. All right, so thruster or burpee, side to side. You shuffle as far as you need to go. Drop for the burpee. It's a full minute. It is going to be tough. Then you're going to want a lighter weight, our low intensity. We're just going to stand on one leg. We're going to press out, twist over, center, and in. All right, guys, get ready. Shuffle burpee. 3, 2, 1. Shuffle, drop, out, in, up. Come on. Now, a full minute is going to be tough. So the difference between the thruster and the burpee, the thruster, you're just going to stay low. There's not going to be any jump here, right? If you want a little jump at the top, do it. We did some push-ups, and we will do push-ups again, but if you want to add that push-up in here, you go for it. Come on, come on. Come on, Jennifer, Jenny, Laurel. You guys are looking good. You still have 25 seconds to go. Remember, we just have that balance move to recover after this, okay? That's on purpose. This one is tough. You have 15 seconds to go. Can you do it? Yes, you can. You're right. Come on. Don't you tell yourself no. Come on. You got this. 8 more seconds. You can get like 2 more shuffles in there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. One light weight. I'm going to ground into my right foot. Bring the left leg up. Now, if balance doesn't work for you, kickstand. I want you to bring that weight out. Use the core. Twist over the leg. Center. And in. At any point, if the balance is not working for you, kickstand the foot. If you don't like the weight out in front, you can just twist right here. Absolutely fine. Just press into both sides of the weight to really activate. All right, we're just going to switch legs in 3, 2, 1, and of course then we're always going to rotate over the front leg. Press out, rotate, center, and in. So here, focus on that breathing. This is a much lower intensity move, which you should need after that shuffle burpee, yes? Remember, if it's too challenging, for some reason this leg is not going so well for me, I'm just going to kickstand. Bring it over. 3, 2, 1, rest. Guys, that was 5 rounds. We're going back to the beginning, and we're going to do them again, all right? So you've seen it all. We're going to do that rainbow squat with the pass up and over, all right? If you don't like the rainbow squat and you just want to use 2 weights, that's fine. Same with that alternating row where you switch off. I really like the anti-rotational piece of this while we transfer. If you don't like it and you want to do 2 weights, feel free. It's a full minute. All right, get ready. Rainbow squat in 3, 2, 1. Sit it down. Up and over. Think about keeping the eyes and chest up. Whenever we do a squat, we're starting with that little hip hinge, bending the knees and the ankles, right? But you gotta hinge the hips, right? Keep it going. Because if you don't hinge the hips, this is what happens, all right? The knees come forward. Always start with that little hip hinge, down, you bend the knees, you come back up. Keep it going, guys. You have 20 seconds here. Now, maybe you can find a little more power. Come on down. Explode up by pressing through those heels, right? You're wiggling the toes in the shoes. You have 7 seconds left. All right, we're going to go into that alternating or that passing bent over row. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hinge it over. Drive the elbow. Other side. Now here, as you start, imagine that nice neutral spine. Somebody has a broomstick, and they're going to lay it on your back, and it's going to make contact from the tailbone to the base of the neck, right? So we're not here. We're not here. Nice long spine. Think about keeping as much space between the vertebrae as you can. Shoulder blades are back and down. Pull the ribs in towards each other. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Fight for keeping those hips and shoulders square. Drive up, control down. Drive up, control down. You're looking so good, guys. Nice deep breaths. Woo! Oh, I'm not amazing. You're amazing, Jennifer. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, I'm gonna take one weight. We're gonna do that step out squat, but this time, a little different. When we step out, we're gonna do 30 seconds on one side because I'm gonna give you the option to balance. All right, squat to balance. If you don't like it, you can do that alternating, or you can just step out 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. After that, we've got that push-up again, guys. All right, you've got this with that push-up. Again, you're making that decision if you're gonna do it or not. Make it right now. You gonna do it? I know you can. All right, guys, I'm gonna start stepping out with that right leg. One weight, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna step, squat, up, and balance. All right, that first balance was not great, but what I'm doing is every time I'm planting those heels, even weight between the heels, but then I come up, I'm pressing into that left heel, engaging that core, find that range of motion. You need more weights? You can grab 2. I just happen to like one in front. 3, 2, 1, other side. Squat and balance. Step, squat, up, and balance. You can go faster. All right? I'm just trying to show you what it looks like. Slow and controlled can be just as tough, but maybe you've got it down and you want to go with a little more speed and power. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1, come on down to the ground. On the knees, on the toes. I don't care. Step wide, push up. You know, this time, you want to throw in a tricep push up? Of course you do. So we're going to do 1 wide, 1 narrow, 1 wide, 1 narrow. Keep the neck nice and long. Guys, if you're thinking, yep, that tricep push-up isn't working for me, take it out. It is your workout. There is nothing that says you have to do it just my way. I want to give you options, but ask yourself, are you challenging yourself? As long as you are, you're doing it right. Now, guys, remember, bend the elbows to drop the chest towards the invisible line between the thumbs. Whether you're on your toes, whether you're on your knees, it doesn't matter, okay? You're bending the elbows. They're reaching towards the corners of the room behind you. You're pressing the ground away to come back up. We're almost there, guys. 30 seconds of recovery, which you may have noticed is 35 seconds of recovery. 3, 2, 1, rest. Back to that chest press. I said I was going to go heavier, didn't I? Let me find something heavier. All right. So with that chest press, you can choose to keep the glutes up, right? You can keep them down, or each time you can squeeze up, control down. Now, these I can do for a chest press. I will not be able to do those for a tricep extension, so I will switch out for the tricep extension. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Press up, pull down. Again, guys, I want you to imagine you're pressing up, and then somebody's holding onto those weights, and you need to pull them down. Slow and controlled. Again, when and if you are in that glute bridge, really press into those heels. Keep the core engaged. I don't want you just hanging out somewhere in the middle here. All right? If that's the only way it works for you, keep it down. Or just come up each time. All right? But I want that engagement when you're at the top. Whew. If it gets to be too much, you can do one at a time. In the bridge, actually, I think that kind of makes it a little harder. All right, you're not doing as many presses total on each arm, but you've got a lot more core kicking in for you here. So do what works for you. You've just got 7 seconds to go. I'll count in about 5 seconds for you to switch. 3, 2, 1. Find your weights for that tricep extension. I'm just keeping the legs down. You can bring them up if you want. 3, 2, 1. In and up. So again, lower back into the ground. Do you have to have the legs up? No, just giving you an option if you don't like them down. Elbows stay right over the shoulders. No movement in the shoulders. They are stable, yes? Woo. Now, guys, make sure those elbows are not splaying out. When you have one weight, it makes it a little easier to make sure that's happening. When you have two, really make sure the elbows are pointing towards the feet and not starting to come out towards the sides of the wall. Okay, keep going. You got 15 seconds to go. You will get a minute of recovery. You're going to come up, and we've got that curtsy. I'll give you an option to make it just a little more intense. Remember, we've done it once. You have choices. Same way or different. 3, 2, 1, rest. So we're going to do the curtsy to the squat, but I want you to see if you can add 3 pulses. So it'll be 3, whoops, lost my balance already. Find your balance. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. All right? Staying low, finding that little pulse. Remember, you're getting that by bending the knee and the hip, pressing into the heel. Then we've got the plank to down dog reach. All right, guys, get ready. 3, 2, 1, pulse. Pulse, pulse, squat. Pulse, 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 curtsy. Get low, really press through that front heel. Now, guys, you'll notice I'm staying really low. I'm going to start feeling that pretty quick. If you feel like you can't stay this low, come up, a little relief, and then do your pulse. That's absolutely fine. All right, but if you're staying low, what's happening is you've just got those muscles time under tension. They're under tension longer, less rest, you're working a little harder. But again, do what's right for your body. Just because it's harder doesn't mean it's better for you. What is your challenge here? Looks good, guys. You've just got 6 seconds to go. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Start in the plank, guys. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Wrists under the shoulders. Engage the core. Squeeze the glutes. Find that downward dog. Shift it forward. Then, if you would like, add that reach. Slow and controlled, guys. I don't want momentum here. I want you to find that stretch, find that engagement, find that control. All right, just a little shift with those hips up a little higher, trying to bring the chest a little closer to the thighs, trying to bring the heels a little closer to the ground on the down dog. That's going to change how this exercise feels. Again, play with it. What do you need right here? Looking so good, guys. Woo! All right, you got 10 seconds to go. And then we got that good one. We got the side shuffle to burpee, right? 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, moving those weights out of the way. We got the side shuffle to the burpee. All right, now, if you want to throw the push-up in this time, knowing that it's the last time we're going to do it, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. It'll be 1 minute of intense move. All right? Again, but what if you can't do the burpee? Guess what? Remember what we did in the warm-up? Shuffle, tap, or just stay low, reach. All right? Whatever gets your heart rate up. The low intensity, 1 lightweight or no weights with the balance and the rotation. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, get low. Shuffle, burpee. Woo. Shuffle, burpee. How far are you going to take it? Can you get low? Remember with that shuffle, guys, make sure you don't fall forward. Eyes and chest up. You're in a squat with that lateral shuffle. Right here, you should be pushing that heart rate up. There is no way that you could hold a conversation with me right now. The reason I have to stop, I wouldn't be able to cue that next exercise. It is tough. Keep going for it, okay? Remember, the further you push outside that comfort zone, the more change you're making in your body. You have 12 seconds to go. Keep it going, guys, 10 seconds. We're gonna take that light weight, we're gonna balance on one leg, and we're gonna find that twist. 3, 2, 1, whoo! Grab that lighter weight. I'm gonna ground into my left foot for it first, right knee up, and let's go. Either just twist over that front leg. If you want a little more, bring the weight out long, twist, center, and up. Now, guys, my balance is even worse now. Yours might be too, and here's the deal. That's not a bad thing. We've been working those legs so hard, they're shaky, right? So congratulations on working that hard. 3, 2, 1, switch. Ground into that foot, knee up, press out, twist, center, and in. Keep it going. Now we're almost done. We did each round twice, but I have one more round for you. All right, it's an exercise I've done once before. Keep going though. Just listen to me because we got 10 seconds to go. It's a turbo dog. Crawl forward with a shoulder tap. Gets a little intense. You'll really feel the core. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, so here's what we're going to have. Turbo dog, you're on all fours. If you need to keep the knees down as a modification, feel free. But knees just barely off the ground. We come forward. 4, 3, 2, 1, shoulder tap. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it back. Opposite hand, opposite foot move. You got to think a little bit here to make that work. All right, when you do the shoulder tap, keep the hips and shoulders square. Focus on that core. All right, and then for the second exercise, one weight overhead. We're going to crunch, alternating leg drop. All right, that's it. Then we'll stretch it out. All right, guys, get ready for that turbo dog. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Knees just barely off the ground. Imagine you got a cup of coffee on your back you don't want to spill. 1, 2, 3, 4, tap. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it back. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that going, guys. Again, just pulling that belly button to the spine. Now, when you do the shoulder tap, try and focus on not letting the shoulders and hips move. Slow and controlled. I don't want this. Can you do it slow? All right? Keep it going. We're almost there. You got 8 seconds to go. We're going to find one weight. You don't have to have a weight if you don't want it. 3, 2, 1, flip it over. We're going to take one weight over the chest, isometric hold, alternating leg drop. Let's do it. Now guys, depending on your flexibility, on your core strength, maybe your legs are going to stop right here. Keep that lower back down. Maybe you can bring it all the way down practically to tap and bring it back up while keeping that lower back down. All right, now if you're thinking this is too easy, feel free to take both legs. But we're trying to maintain that crunch so the shoulders are off the ground, weight is right over the chest. You have 25 seconds to go here. Exhale and inhale. Don't hold the breath here, guys. I know that sounds like it should be basic, but whenever I do core work, keep going, I tend to hold my breath. Exhale and inhale. Your muscles need that oxygen. You are almost there. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job, guys. Weight goes down. Bring the knees into the chest and breathe. Whew. I want you to bring the knee to the nose, the knees to the nose, bring everything in, and then just stretch out like you're stretching first thing in the morning. Nice long pencil stretch here. Whew, you feel good? Feel accomplished? All right, right here. Let's go ahead and bring that right leg up. Flex the foot, hands behind the hamstring, calf, or ankle. Guys, give yourself this stretch. It's only a few minutes. Really guide that shin towards the forehead actively. Let the shoulders and neck drop into that mat or the floor. Take that exaggerated roll through the ankle. For me, that always feels so good. Sometimes we forget about just finding a little mobility in that ankle joint. Beautiful job. As you release the hands from behind that leg, keep the foot flexed, cross the ankle just above the opposite knee, supine figure 4, interlace the fingers behind the left hamstring. Use that right elbow to press out on the right thigh if you'd like. Again, shoulders and back of the neck relax. Really feel that stretch in the right hip and glute. Ooh, now if you need to come a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, front or back, find that optimal stretch for you in your right hip and glute. Looking really good, guys. We can get that workout done early today. Release your hands from behind that leg. Left foot comes down, right foot uncrosses to meet it. Left leg comes up, hands behind the hamstring, calf, or ankle. Guide that shin a little closer to the forehead. Relax the shoulders and take that exaggerated roll through the ankle. One direction and then the other. Whew. We release the hands from behind that leg. Keep the foot flexed, ankle just above the opposite knee. Supine figure 4. Hands behind the right hamstring. Press out into the left thigh with the left elbow. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe into it if you're not really feeling it. Feel free to just shift just slightly to the right or to the left. Find your stretch. And release. So here we're going to come up to standing, rock and roll the length of the mat, or just come onto one side to come up. Whew. And let's just take that upper body stretch. Inhale up. And as you exhale, go post the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Slide the knuckles down, lift the thumbs away from the glutes, puff up the chest. Beautiful job. Bring it out in front, palms up. Really squeeze back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. Pull the belly button to the spine. Give yourself a hug, wrapping those hands around the back of the shoulders. Open it up. Do that one more time. Other arm on top. Bring it up. Give yourself a little spinal rotation and give yourself a little pat on the back. Thank you guys so much for working out with me this morning. My name is Beth. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, comment below, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, just send me a message. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you all really soon. Have a good one, guys. Bye.